Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Hope you're all having a great night. And, well, here we have. I've been busy over the weekend, I promise you. And it's not letting up. But that's good. I'm not complaining. Anyway, we have got two here. Now, this is for one customer, mind you. Alright? And I'm going to get the other one shortly. Okay? But we've got this one here. Now, he purchased this off the website from us. He wanted a custom one with his logos on it, his company logos, which is Xenu and and whatever the heck that thing. But anyway, he wanted a custom console done. Okay, two of them. So with his company logos and everything. So we obliged him, and pretty much here it is. This is a 2 terabyte model. It's up on Alliance servers, of course, and of course it's fully loaded. All right, you got a 1-year part and labor warranty on it. All right, and she's got all the mod menus. Of course, college football revamped, equipped. Also, you got College Hoops 2K8 on this thing. You've got BO1, BO2, MW2, MW3, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Offhosts, Jiggy, Sentinel, Infinity Ops, and also medeka mod menu for MW2. All right, so I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire this thing up here. All right, and yes, it's got LEDs as you can see, and it says Xenu on it. Xenu! Okay, there it is, Xenu! All kinds of Xenu. Okay? So, we've got Xenu. Alright, now, this thing does red, does green, blue, white, auto, and there is like a ton. There's like 368 modes of operation with this little remote right here. So, you can trip yourself out and have a blast with it. Okay? So, anyway, it's all done. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap on over to the capture card. As you can see, we booted up into Alliance, of course. Got it good. And that's our college football revamped one-button updater. All right, now we're already up to date because we're on version 17.1 right now. Version 18 will be coming out. All right, so for right now, we're already up to date. So you don't have to worry about the necessary asset files. They're not missing. No nothing. It's fine. Okay, so just hit I'm already up to date, and there you go. Now, we're going to go through this thing. Now, there's 2 terabytes of fun right here, okay? So, start off at Xbox 360, okay? Start off with the dashboard. We work our way through like we always do. Okay, and as you can see, you got Borderlands, Bioshock, Call of Duty, out the Yin Yangs on there, Claro Juarez, Castlevania, College Hoops 2K8, Crisis 2, Dante's Inferno, Riptide, Dead Rising, Defiance, Dragon's Age, Dragon Balls. Yes, you can play with your Dragon Balls, okay? MMA, yeah. Earth Defense Force, Fable 2, what would be a console without Family Guy? Gotta have that. Fight Night Champion, Gears of War series, Guitar Hero, Grand Theft Auto series, more Guitar Hero, Halo series, Hitman, Kane Lynch, Batman. You got a bunch of Lego on there as well. I mean, a ton of Lego on there. You got a blonde with tits and a chainsaw too. What more could you ask for? You got Madden 25, Mafia 2. You got your Mass Effect trilogy on there. Midnight Club Baseball. Friggin' more friggin' Japanese crazy stuff here. And then you got NBA 2K10 through NBA 2K17. You got NBA Jam. You got NCAA Football 10, 214, NHL 12, Ninja Blade, Painkiller, PGR 4, PopCap Collection, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil's at the Yin Yang, Saints Row, Saw 2, Saw 3, Sega Superstars, Tennis. You got Silent Hill, Skate, Skyrim, Wrestling, yeah, Sonic. You got a bunch of Spider-Man on there as well. Splatterhouse, Split Second, Sushi, whatever the hell that is, and all kinds of good stuff there. Test Drive, more Spider-Man, Darkness. Friggin' more Darkness, and you got the Godfather, yeah, and then you got the Godfather too, and you got Hulk. So you got an Italian who has an attitude that's green. Okay, there you go. Sims 3, okay, TNA Impact, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, Tomb Raider. Yeah, I mean, Wolfenstein. You got more stuff than you know what to do with. All kinds of wrestling and everything. And now we finally made it back to the dashboard. Now, that's just your Xbox 360 titles. All right, Xbox Live Arcade. All right, you got a ton of Live Arcade on here. Alright, you play these in bypass mode, alright? That way then you play the full versions, you have no problems that way. And, as you can see, there's 121 titles of XBLA on this thing, alright? So, as you can see, and there we are, and we're back, okay? Now, Homebrew section, where the tools reside where you can blow the console up. If you don't know what you're doing, stay out of this, Doug. Dale, stay out of this, okay? And then, of course, you got your indie games on there, okay? You got Massive Cleavage. You got Fuck 'em in a Trailer Park. You got Get 'em Pregnant Twice and Paying Child Support and all kinds of good stuff on here, okay? So, there you go. And then you got, Christmas Carnage. Doesn't that look man, why they draw these girls with these humongous breasts? Okay, I mean, you know, it's like, ooh, I just want to squeeze it. Okay, I just want to squeeze it a little bit. Okay, so on and so forth. Anyway, you got a ton of that. Oh, okay, there's something with hips. That's good. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. All right, classic games. All right, now you got a ton of classic games on here, by the way. Okay, some of them artwork, some of them don't. All right, these you have to play in bypass mode, which means you have to power it on with the power button, then hit the eject. You're going to be offline. Shove the tray back in, hit the home button in the guide, you'll come back here, and then you're able to play these, okay? Otherwise, if you try to play them with the server on, well, you're going to get a big black screen, okay? As a lot of people have found out that I've said, please watch the startup setup video, which they don't bother to watch, and the end result is them messaging me going, hey man, I can't play one original Xbox game. Did you put in bypass mode? Well, no. Did you actually watch the video I said? Well, no. Well, that's the reason why it's not working. Okay. Please make sure to watch the damn video. Alright. Then, of course, you got emulators, okay? Now, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, memories, sorry, PlayStation, back to Super Nintendo, okay? You got a ton of stuff on there. There's over 9,000 ROMs on there. Knock yourself out, alright? Now, we'll go ahead. We'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's right and tight. Okay? Here we go. Alright. We're good. We're up. We're online, as you can see. Okay, and then of course hitting the guide button, you will see X Community Beta. That's a matchmaking service, you know, that works hand in hand with Microsoft Matchmaking. As you can see, there's a bunch of sessions going on here. There's 12 of them. Modern Warfare being played, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, you know, Left 4 Dead, you know, Modern Warfare 2 again, Call of Duty 4, so on and so forth. So there's a ton on there, and there's a bunch of people on here as well. Okay, you can befriend them and all that kind of good stuff, you know. And they're along with their, along with their servers that they're on as well, because X Community is shared amongst 4 servers right now. All right, and then of course you go to settings here. Enable features, custom matchmaking, force modded matchmaking, custom HUD button, change online status, change username, and save your settings. All right, so there's your X Community. Now, over here in your 5th tab, those are your cheats. Okay, to disable A, to enable A, very easy. All right, when you launch this, the appropriate game, what will happen is the lower left corner of the screen, you're going to get a menu. And it's going to give you a set of instructions to open the menu, and it's going to tell you how to use it. So, you know, it's pretty much self-explanatory right there. All right, so there you have it. All right, now we're going to take this back home. All right, and there you go. Dale, I'm not done with you yet, brother. Like, I don't know why I want to call you Doug. I don't. Well, I used to have a real good friend of mine that was named Doug, and your last name, and I was just like, you know, it was Doug Houk, and you know, I mean, that's why I'm calling you Doug, and it's like, no, it's Dale, damn it, it's Dale. All right. And then there was Bobby Houk, and Bobby owned a junkyard up in PA actually, and well, actually Matamoros, no, Port Jervis, excuse me, Port Jervis, and yeah, we had a load of fun. I love building these stock cars for him. We had a blast. Anyway, okay, so Dale, listen, there's your custom Xenu console, okay, and she's all done, ready to go. So we're gonna ship it off tomorrow. Now I got one more for you. All right, now we're gonna say goodbye to Mr. Slim, and this is where old meets older. Okay, now you're about to see this because Dale couldn't stop at an Xbox 360. No, he wanted this big black thing here. Okay, and this big black thing happens to be an original Xbox. Now, of course, you know me. It is modded completely out the yin yang. It's got a 2 terabyte drive in it. He wanted it to match his Xenu logos and stuff. So he gave me a set of logos that he wanted particularly on this thing, and which I did for him. Alright, now what I gotta do though here is this needs to go into here. And now hopefully we won't have any problems. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now I have to hook up the old school controller. Remember Duke? That was the big one. Okay. I got this this green one here. Original. So anyway, he wanted this to match his RGH. So I was like, okay. And happily I did. Now this is modded. Now I didn't go all out crazy. He wanted just TSOP mod, you know, no mod chip, just flash TSOP. And then we did his logos for him and everything. did his ROL for him. Put a 2 terabyte drive in it. It boots up on Emulation. We're running M8 BIOS, okay, and it's modified for F&G partitions. So that way, then it's nice. So it has, multiple partitions and not just one big one. So you can easily, add stuff to it in each one or whatever, or however you want to add to it. All right, now this thing also has a remote. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna fire this crazy thing up. All right, and as you can see, we have a bunch of logos there. Okay, there's a lot of work in that. Okay, especially getting them perpendicular and everything. It's just like oh. But anyway, yep. She'll do red, she'll do green, she'll do blue, she'll do white, and she'll do auto, and she does all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, and I mean you get orange, all kinds of colors, whatever color you want, so on and so forth. Okay, and it does all kinds of modes, stuff like that too. So as you can see, we can get all kinds of crazy with this thing and all that happy nonsense. So, pretty much there you have it. Okay? So anyway, there you go. All right, now I'm going to swap over to the capture card here. Okay? And there we are. Now, of course, we're running Rocky V's Emulation on this thing. All right? Because I like Emulation. Emulation is a nice setup. It's simple. It looks like Emulation Station, but it's not. It's written by Rocky 5. It's an overlay of XBMC, but however, though, it's highly modified, okay? And very, very well written, okay? So anyway, we're going to start off here at Atari. You got 596 games, 593 games on there, okay? If we hit A, all right, you can go ahead. And as you can see, yes, it's got the artwork too and everything. And you got a ton of games on there, as you can see. All right, I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and keeps on trucking, okay? So there is a ton of Atari 2600 games on there. Back that off, Atari 5200. You got 98 games on Atari 5200, okay? And as you can see, you got a Ball Blazer, yeah, okay. Berserk, kind of like me, okay? Bounty Bob Strikes Back, okay? Oh, look, Dig Dug, Defender. Yes, Defender was good. Frisky Tom, I'm afraid to ask what the fuck that is, okay? Frogger, we all know what that is. Frogger 2, 3 Deep. Ooh, Galaxian, yes, that was a good one. Gorf, yes, I remember Gorf. Gorf was something. And then we got the fuzzy little creatures called Gremlins, okay? Yeah. They invade consoles. We got Joust, James Bond, so on and so forth. We got a ton of them. Mario Brothers, and it just goes on and on and on. And that's a 5200 list, okay? So, there you go. Yeah, Atari 7800. You got 51 games on there. Okay? You with me? All right. So anyway, yeah, you got a ton of games on there. Double Dragon, F-18 Hornet, so on and so forth. Like Carry Warriors, Possible Mission, all the old stuff. Oh, another version of Joust for 7800. How nice. Okay? Now we're back out of there. ColecoVision. If you remember ColecoVision, I know Dale does. I know Dale remembers ColecoVision. He has to. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, we get into ColecoVision here, okay, and as you can see, we got Facemaker, Evolution, Dragonfire, Defender, Decathlon, Boulder Dash. We got a whole bunch of stuff on here, okay. Good old ColecoVision. I used to play that religiously, boy. That was back in the day, man. God Almighty. All right, Miner 2049er. Yeah, that was a good one. I used to play that all the time. All right, I'll back that off. Now Daphne is to its own. Daphne is a Laserdisc player. I will. I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate that for you. But if you remember Dragon's Lair and Cliffhanger and all that, well, that's it. Now it says Badlands and Ash, but what that's going to do is when you hit that, it's going to take you to Dragon's Lair's, emulator, because it's a separate emulator all by its own, okay? So, just so you know. All right? And I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, Final Burn Legends, you got 3,555 games on there. Okay? There I hit A. I'm almost scared. Okay? It takes a little bit. Here we go. It's loading. Seeing dots. Come on, dots. Let's go here. You can do this. It's thinking. There we go. Okay? So, a lot of games on here, okay, as you can see. You got clones, you got, War Destiny, you got a whole bunch of stuff on here. And it just goes on and on. Airwolf clone. There's funny modded stuff on here, too. It's all kinds of crazy and everything else. So, you got a ton of stuff on here, and it just goes on and on and on. That's the bees right there, as you can see. So you can explore and have a blast with this, okay? I mean, it's got more stuff on there than you know what to do with, okay? You won't run out of games to play. I'll put it to you that way. If you do, you've got way too much time on your hands. All right. So anyway, we're back out of there. In television, okay, 111 games on there. If you remember in television, made by Mattel, okay, that was a good one too. There's all kinds of good stuff on there. Bomb Squad, you have Centipede, Checkers, Congo Bongo, Donkey Kong World, Donkey Kong Junior World, so on and so forth. So you got a ton of that on there. Okay? Now, MAME. Okay, gotta have MAME. MAME's important. Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. Yes, that's what it stands for, believe it or not. God, it kind of sounds like MAME. I'm going to MAME you. But anyway, as you can see, there's a ton of games on there as well, too. All right, so on and so forth. All right, I mean, my God. Okay, one hell of a for an all-in-one. I mean, you can't beat this thing. This thing is really cool. I mean, I love the original Xbox, and now also with Insignia coming out, which means it's going to be able to get online now and play. That's going to be even better. I cannot wait to see that. Okay, so anyway, Mega Drive. Okay, yes, you got to have Mega Drive on this thing. Okay, so as you can see, you got Mega Drive, you got Shove It, the warehouse game, okay, Snake, Rattle and Roll, Sonic, Sorcerer, Spaceballs, Space Speedball, whatever the hell you want, so on, Street Racer, yeah, all the good old Mega Drive games from frickin' Sega, okay, so as you can see, there's a ton, and I mean a ton on there, okay, I mean, it just goes, like I said, I'm still going, it's still going, okay, so there you go, all the way up to Three Ninjas Kick Back, alright. Nintendo 64. Yes, it does Nintendo 64 as well. Okay? So, I mean, as you can see, Army Men's Sergeant Heroes. I mean, Beetle, Battle Axe, Banjo-Kazooie, Asteroids, Hyper 64, so on and so forth. Buck Bumble. Yeah. Castlevania. Oh, yeah. You got a ton of freaking games on here, too. Alright? So, as you can see, I mean, just a ton. And they all work. Every single one of them works. So, you even got Mario Kart 64. One of my favorites, okay? Mortal Kombat, so on and so forth. Mega Man, yep. Yeah, MRC Multi-Racing Championship, so on and so forth. Roadsters, Robotron, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, so on and so forth. Luigi's Mansion, okay? 64 hack. I wonder. All right. Then we have Nintendo Entertainment System. Yes, you got 622 games on there. Alright? Good God Almighty. This is just, like, large. Okay? Excuse me. So anyway, as you can see, there is a ton. Cliffhanger. Yeah, there you go. Okay? Conan, Commando, Cool World, I mean, so on and so forth. All the games that we all played when we were kids, if you were my age, okay? I mean, so on and so forth. Brings back a lot of memories. Alright. Then you have PlayStation, okay? 14 games on PlayStation. And by the way, you can add to this crazy thing. Okay, so you got Mortal Kombat, you got a trilogy, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 4, Yu-Gi-Oh!, so on and so forth, okay? So you got a ton of games on there. Genesis 32X, you got 12 games on Genesis 32X, okay? And of course, like I said, you can add games to this thing. There's no holding back, okay? So, have a blast. Any emulated game from like Arcade Punks or whatever, you get a set of them, you throw it on there. Sega, okay, you got 4 games on there now. That's Sega CD, by the way. So that was it was all right, but I mean, it's just one of those things. But it was definitely different. And then of course you got Super Nintendo. You got 618 games available on Super Nintendo. Okay, so of course, yes, it does Super Nintendo as well. All right. For those of you that don't know, okay, so as you can see, all the games there, they're all there, every single one of them, they all work, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, this thing is like loaded to the gills, okay, and yet there's space for a lot more. And then you have over 400 regular Xbox titles, okay? So, we're going to hit that, and then we'll see what's up with that, okay? But as you can see, you got a bunch, and I mean a bunch of games on there. Okay, and it just goes on and on and on, okay? So you go from 007, Agent Under Fire and all that kind of good stuff, Nightfire, Rogue Agent and all that. And would be C's, D's, E's, F's, G's, A. Oh my God, and just, like I said, all the way, and that's me holding the trigger. This thing it's got so many games on it, it's insane. Okay, so anyway, needless to say, you know, like it if you want to see. All right, now, mind you, he didn't get the Make MHZ HDMI. What he got is he just wanted a regular, good old, you know, converter that converts it from component to HDMI. Okay, so no big deal. Sound, you know, I mean, I'm down with that. So we went ahead and we did that for him. And as you can see, there's a bunch of games on there. We can do let's see here. We'll fire this one up just for the hell of it, just so you can see what it looks like anyway. Okay, so it's gonna start. You gotta give it a second. It's gotta think. Let it think. Okay, and there you are. And that's 720p, by the way. Okay, so, you know, I mean, you know, max resolution. I mean, unless you get a real true upscaler, and then you can tweak it or whatever, you know. I mean, but, you know, like I said, not bad graphics for 720p at all. And, you know, not bad at all, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, looks pretty good to me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy with it. So, you know, like I said, now, this thing, this BIOS also allows, well, I got it set up in EV tool, and, you know, I went ahead and, you know, MA BIOS, it supports the, where you hold both triggers, you hit back and black button, okay, and that will reboot the console, okay, and take it back to the dashboard. So, holding both triggers, pressing the back and black at the same time, and what's going to happen is that's going to actually reboot the console, bring it back up to Emulation, and then Emulation is going to start. All right, hopefully, okay, everything should be all right. Now, on some games that does hang. Okay, just a warning. Okay, it's not going to hurt anything. Just power up and power back on if it does hang on you. Okay, just to let you know. But that's just a known inherent problem. You know, I mean, with a couple of games. But anyway, as you can see, it made it back. Okay, as you can see, there we are. We're back at the Xbox. So you know, I mean, you got a ton of games on there. XBMC options. Okay. You know, your appearance, you know, you can adjust your appearance and all that kind of good stuff. You know, your audio, calibrate the screen, okay, your file manager, okay, as you can see, we have F&G drive, okay, and what's left of F&G. Okay, your network settings. Now, mind you, I don't have this plugged in. In fact, you know what? Tell you what, I can plug it in. I don't know if it's going to work or not, because I didn't boot it with it plugged in, but, yeah, what the hell, you only live once, right? Okay. Well, there, I plugged it in. Now, if we go to downloader, right here, now this is Rocky 5 stuff right here. Okay, now as you can see, you know, you got applications, artwork, dashboards, downloadable content, emulators. It's all hosted off of Google Drive. Okay, mods, other themes, updates, so on and so forth. All right, so you got, you know, you got a ton of stuff that you can download and play with and do whatever you want to do with it. That's the nice thing about Emulation. All right, you know, I mean, he really put a lot of thought into this thing. All right, and then of course you got your system information. Okay, your CPU temperature, your motherboard temperature, fan speeds running 20%, very very slow. You know, and as you can see, 1280 by 720, 720p, 16.9. Yeah, 60 frames per second. You know, your hard disk information right there. You see, it's a 2 terabyte. Okay, DVD-ROM information. It's a Samsung. It's a SAMI drive. Storage information. You know, of course, it's not locked or anything like that. As you can see, there's your F&G drives, like I was telling you about. Your network information, okay? Video information, which are video encoders Connexicon, okay? That's what's on the motherboard. And then your hardware information, all that. So, you know, I mean, pretty much there you go. She's running 731.31 megahertz. So anyway, you know, there you are. All right, so now, back out of there. And we'll back out of there. All right, and we'll bring that back to your favorites. And there you go. So, my friends, there is your original OG Xbox. It will be ready to go on Insignia. And all you're going to have to do is when Insignia comes online, is you can go ahead, you can sign up for it. From what I understand, it's supposed to be free. Okay? And you'll be able to play Halo and all that kind of good stuff online or whatever. It supports so many games. Now, mind you, they said, though, that Halo wasn't going to be one of the ones that they firstly supported because they're working on some stuff with it, with matchmaking, everything, and they're doing all kinds of stuff to that. But right now, there's a list of games out that they're playing online and all that, and they had they had lobbies, they had people testing for them in its alpha stage and everything. Beta's going to be coming out shortly, hopefully, and then you know, it's going to allow people to get on there, and then, you know, once it's out of beta and everything, it's going to be really really cool, you know. And my hat's off to Luke Usher and his team for busting their butt building that damn thing, because I remember when it was announced back in 2020. Okay, it's 2022 now. And it took them 2 years to get that thing, you know, to the point where it's at. So there was a lot of reverse engineering in that. A lot of work went into that. And you know, I mean, my hat's off to them. And if they're giving it to, we give it to people for free, and you can have even a regular stock Xbox like this. I'm well, not like this. This is a modern one, but you can have a stock original OG Xbox, and you can put it online. Okay, because it will work with that. It will work with that server, just like this modern one will work with that server. So it's really cool, you know. And I mean, it really is amazing the work that they're doing on the OG Xbox now, and they are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I see stuff every day on Facebook that just trips me out. Putting Tulatin, processors in them, running at 1400 megahertz. I mean, 128 RAM upgrades. You know, HDMI. I've already done a couple of the Make MHZ HDMI adapters, and they're pretty cool to work with. They're a little tough. You really got to know what you're doing with those damn things. They'll drive you crazy. Okay, you know, I mean, once you get it, it's cool, but man, there's a lot involved with that, and it's very, very tedious to do. You know, I mean, but it can be done. Like I said, I've done it. So, you know, I mean, and, you know, it's just that it's really nice to be able to see, you know, this side of the OG Xbox getting a lot of love, you know, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this thing back online again. That's going to be such a blast, you know. I mean, like I said, I cannot praise Luke Usher enough and his team for doing that. That's so awesome, you know. I mean, but anyway, you know, Dale, listen, brother, thank you for your business, man, and your repeated business, and also the business that you're sending me now, which you, so I'm going to be a very, very busy person from you, from what I understand, okay? You know, you're going to be breaking some ground on some new consoles, too, which is going to be quite interesting. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, okay? I don't need to go any further than that. It'll be a surprise when you see it. So, anyway, listen, guys, I hope that you all have a great night, all right? And again, Dale, thank you for your business, brother. We'll ship you, we're going to send you a tracking number. This is going to come in 2 boxes, okay? I am not putting these 2 in 1 box, okay? Because that's a recipe for disaster that I am not going to do. Because I just see them bounce around too much. These things are going to be armor plated, and you're going to be armor plated with bubble wrap and Kevlar, okay? So, listen, we'll get it shipped out to you. You'll have them within 2 to 3 days. Remember, you're going to have to sign for them, okay? So, again, thank you for your business. Guys, listen, have a great night. Had a lot of fun doing these 2 over the weekend. I got several customs that I've got to build, okay? I've got several consoles that I've got to build. I'm going to be very busy, all right? If you don't hear from me, okay, you know, message the business page or whatever, okay, get a hold of Lorraine, one or the other, okay? It's because my face is in a bunch of consoles, all right? And I got to get them done. So, you know, I mean, and when I was doing these customs, this took me the whole weekend to do these 2 because of the complexity of it. So, you know, I mean, it's just, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, all right? And I do have to sleep at times, and I do have to eat sometimes, okay? So, please understand, all right? But anyway, I'll be working on a bunch of consoles tomorrow. I will have a bunch of consoles to go, that will be videoed tomorrow night, okay? So, anyway, just to let you know what's going on. But guys, thank you so much for your support over the years. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for watching me and putting up with my ass. I greatly do appreciate it. Because Lord knows I can be a real pain in the ass at times, I promise. But anyway, thanks again, guys. Have a great night. I'll holler at you later. Take care, guys. Have a good one.